It's time for an update from the City of Maple Grove. Mayor Mark Stephenson with us. Welcome, Mayor.
Thank you.
A couple items to touch on. First, we want to talk about some of the civil unrest over the past couple weeks and the statement from the City of Maple Grove and also the curfews. Give us a little recap of both of those.
Sure. So we put out a statement. I think it's fairly straightforward and clear. Obviously, the incident that happened was a tragedy. It was wrong. I think that the concern we have in the community is that we make sure that our police officers that we're responsible for have the right training, do the right things on the street. I think we're confident that we have. I mean, we've really put together a really good program for training for our officers. We have a de-escalation set of hours where they put in 40 hours of training on how to de-escalate and how to deal with situations appropriately. I think we really feel like we've done a great job training our officers, and I think it shows with how they act when they're out on the streets. With respect to the curfew itself, the 8 o'clock curfew last weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, worked incredibly well. I'm really thankful to our citizens for respecting that curfew. It really allowed our officers to concentrate on some groups of people that came to our city from outside of Minnesota. They clearly had the intent to loot. We were able to chase those individuals away from Maple Grove, and so protect our businesses. The individuals who did engage in the looting on Thursday night were arrested and charged, and I think that was an important message to send to them as well. We weren't going to allow those type of things to happen in Maple Grove. We certainly respect the peaceful demonstrations that have occurred, and we've had a vigil in Maple Grove. We have another protest march today, which I expect will be peaceful. That's what should be done. It's great for people to express their First Amendment rights and express themselves in this situation. That's what they should do. What they shouldn't do is riot and destroy stuff. Obviously, we have a fair number of minority businesses in our community as well as elsewhere, and it would be a tragedy if those businesses got damaged in some way when they put their life savings into a business.
Let's talk about COVID-19, some of the recent openings, reopenings, what's happening at the government center and area businesses.
Sure. So our government center now is fully open. We put into place some protective measures for our staff. But I think it's also important that our restaurants are already open outdoors on the patio, so we see many of them very, very busy. Obviously on Wednesday they'll be able to open up with 50% capacity, and we think that's very important to get that move forward. These businesses are going to struggle. We have put together an emergency loan fund program in the city, which I think has helped a lot of businesses out, gets them some cash to get restarted, which is critically important for their businesses because they've really suffered through this COVID-19 crisis.
Final quick note to mention, watch your driving on I-94, some of the ramps closing and upcoming construction season. Mayor, thanks again for your time. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Learn more about The Connection at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.